So another day, we're still on a sort of electrical mindset at the minute. On decided not to place any fixings yet for this cabling. Obviously that piece coming out of the lamp's got to go into a junction box which goes to the original wire that fed the backlights, because this is the longest cable. So the third switch as it was will do this section, the second switch will do the bit over this side, and the first one as you walk in will be the ones up here that get replaced. But looking at the other light fittings, the other twin is not in the best of condition. It would still be usable, but again, it's just another one like that. The internal bits for these little tubes disintegrates, so it makes them a little bit iffy. I have got some more enclosed fittings like these IP jobbies. I don't know whether they're 5 or 6 foot. I know some of my lights are 6 foot, which I haven't got many 6 foot tubes to replace any of them. I've got some 5s. But the cabling, I was going to cable clip the 16mm twin and earth that feeds this garage, but because of the size of the damn thing, that won't twist flat. See how big it is against me thumb. But yeah, I can't do anything with the ready cable because it's so thick and hard. I can't pull these sort of twists and kinks out of it to make it neat and flat to clip it along the timber along there, and I've got to leave enough space to put the copper pipe back for the airline and the conduit for the sockets runs along there as well, and then obviously I can clip the rear light feed on the trusses as they go up. But in the minute, because of that, I can't, you know, I'm going to have to disconnect the cable from the fuse board, obviously turn the power off in the house, and physically flatten it all out and work the twists down and out, which I can't do at the minute because the stuff's just too thick. So that's another job I've got to leave until I get another job done, which is the same with the lighting. Now I'm getting stalemate. We can't do anything with those lights up there and put a pair up there till I know, because I get access up here, so the light would go there, so it'd be in the way of me getting up, climbing up onto the ramp to go around to the roof. I can't do that light until I know what I'm doing with this timber. So I'm sort of getting to the rock in the hard place again. Well, the hard place is actually the bloody weather again, because obviously I can't proceed with anything else on the roof till this weather sorts itself out again, because I can't afford to have this bit with the rain dropping on it. It wasn't so bad over here because obviously there was just a car with covers on it, and the electrics, well, that was all disconnected, but the only thing that was electric to get water in it was that. So if it rained in there, it wasn't the end of the world. But over this side, I've got more equipment that I haven't got anywhere to put. So it's going to have to be, you know, sheets off in one day, strip down the next, rebuild the day after, sort of thing. So I need a fine weather week, please. So 1 pack of screws, 2.5 inch and old money more or less, 50 of these heavy duty flat washers, 50 Nylock M12s, and 3 of these bad boys, £41. They're for the bolt together jobs on the beams there and there, which is about the only thing. Well, I probably won't do it yet because I've got, it'll be easy once the roof's off. We're now, oh, I don't know, nearly 2 weeks from my last video with the lousy weather, which isn't as bad as it was out there. It's grey and overcast, the wind's died down now, but I'm committed for other jobs tomorrow. The weekend is sort of favourably looking better but colder, so I haven't been able to carry on anymore with electric work because the large cable that comes in my incoming feed is quite heavy, difficult to manipulate for me to clip it in place while it's still connected to the mains. So I'm going to have to disconnect the supply so I can attach it from up there somewhere where you can see it going to the top of the fuse board, so I can physically manhandle it. Clip it up on the wood, and I have one from eBay, a new consumer unit, a metal one, so I'm waiting for that to be dispatched. So that will be another job to do, but obviously the roof is the sort of primary objective here really, but the electrics is just an infill. But again, I've sort of fell on the stumbling block because of this cable. There's no point in me messing about disconnecting it and reconnecting it and then having to do it again. So I might as well wait until the unit's in, the cable's out of the way. It just sort of hinders another job, routing the other cable until I know where everything's going. But I was going to end up having to do it at the end of the roof job anyway. So the pieces of wood there is another job that needs doing. They got to be knocked out. They still look relatively solid, so I think if I just clean them up, probably treat the face, and what I'll do is I'll put the weathered side on the inside, and then the good timber, you can see they're all face out. So hopefully it'll give me another 10 or 15 years before I have to do something. And the supporting wood that comes off of the roof beam and goes down and ties into this, I need to inspect that to see if there's any woodworm, and if there is, remove it and replace it, and also jack this beam up. At the minute the acro prop is up there where the daylight is, so it's supporting that beam still, although we've got the scaffold one in there, a temporary acro prop here, and then this wood one holding this new section up. But if I can readjust and take a little bit of sag out of this beam, because it just has a tight spot when you're pushing the door back, so I'll just, you know, refresh that bit as well. And I can redo the drip rail on the outside, because that's never quite been right, so it'll give me a chance to make an adjustment to that. So that's about it at the moment. The next segment you probably see, I may well be up here with a disc cutter cutting the heads off nails so I can lift these sheets off. Hopefully once that's done I can make sort of fairly quick progress, because obviously the wood's already in place that it's sitting on, so it is just a matter of flipping this centre beam, attaching them onto the wall plate and replacing the timber there, doing the same with that beam, flip it over, reattach it, and then we can get on with the truss work construction. Well, it's not looking too favourable over there. I was going to come out today and attack the roof. We've had Wednesday and Thursday weren't too bad, but I was tied up yesterday. But looks like rain's coming in, wind's picking up. It's going to make it awkward to move the sheet safely. But thought I'd try and do another temporary light up there on that post, and it's been plaguing me with can't find the right bits. When I do find them, the other bits won't fit. Then when I have found the right bit and fitted it, the light still don't bleed and work. And that's a brand new compact fluorescent lamp to replace a halogen. Got a few screw heads cut off, and now this blows in. As you can see, about 10 minutes later after that last snippet, now it focuses. Overcast, blue sky. Wind's died down a little bit, occasional gusts, but we've ripped out the first section. I think well, we'll see how it goes, but anything else requires me to sort of get involved a bit more with the sheet off and more clambering about, and it's getting end of the day. So, and doubtless by the looks of the skies over there, probably beyond the horizon, there's more crap to come. Well, it's a bit of everything today. High winds, gusts, rain, heavy downpours, then it will go bright and sunny, and then the next minute you got a monsoon. I just had to slide that sheet in there because there's a little bit where the water's running down and then going in them lin bins on the wall. So unfortunately I ground all the nails off on the wood, so we haven't got any torn bits of sheeting, but yeah, it's another day where it's put the mockers on any progress. Too windy, keeps raining. As you can probably just hear, all the water's just run off the sheet. And I think we're in for more tomorrow. So it's the episode of Want to Do, Can't Do. Well, at least one thing turned up in the mail today, which is the replacement fuse board. I have got to find some screws just to attach that front panel, but we have got plenty of fuses already in this. A lot of them are 32s, which I need, 20s, 16s, and the 6s. We've got a split load unit this time, which is an earlier version. The current ones have an RCD on both sides. This has obviously had some circuits that are small individual RCDs for the circuit, but that should suffice for what I need. So we can put some on the protected side, some on the direct side. Didn't really want a metal one in case it goes rusty in the garage, but I'm sure it'll be durable enough. Obviously once the roof's done, it shouldn't be as damp in there as it is currently.